Huh, are you finally awake? I wouldn't get up so quickly if I were you. I would rather you not tumble over again, or worse, make a mess of my office. It's okay. Take your time. Relax. You're perfectly safe here. Look at me. Good. You seem to be able to follow orders at least. I can check that off the list. I know you must feel very disoriented and confused, but I need you to try and work with me. Now, I want you to take a deep breath for me. Can you do that? You think so? All right then. Let's give it a try then. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. One more time. In and out. Okay, perfect. No issues there. If you are still having trouble figuring out where you are, based off context, you are currently in the infirmary. Yes. What does that make me then? Well, I am certainly not the intern, if that is your concern. I am the doctor. Now, can you tell me, what is your name? Good. And what is today? You technically don't get to check your phone for that one, but that is okay. I'll count that as a pass, all the same. Now, do you remember how you ended up here? Is it getting a little fuzzy? Interesting. Though, not out of the normal expectation range. Allow me to fill the holes in your memory. You were transported here from one of your classes. Apparently, today, you are all supposed to be demonstrating your mastery of magic and putting some theory to the test. Based on what your course mates informed me when they carried you in here, you likely overexerted yourself and spent most of the mana in your body. Of course, something like this happens frequently enough, especially considering your status as a transfer student. Getting the hang for how much mana to expend for a spell is tricky at the best. It's something that takes practice. So naturally, I was already prepared to transfer some of my own mana into you first. To awaken you, of course, before giving you one of our stored mana potions. Or so I had thought. But when I actually did a scan of your body, your stores seem to be just fine. In fact, quite abundant, really. Like a fully charged battery, for example, if that makes it simpler for you to understand. What is more likely, based on my own cursory examination, is that you overstrained your body by trying to use too much mana at once. Something far more rare and curious. Tell me, was today your first time trying to use magic? I see. Yes, I took the liberty of looking over your records already. I understand the special circumstances of your arrival already, so you needn't worry about that. Oh, that should not concern you. I am perfectly within my rights as chief doctor of the Academy to do so. After all, it was so that I could figure out how to best diagnose and treat you. But we're getting off topic. It is quite fascinating to hear that this was your first time using magic. Overstraining your body when casting several demanding spells in succession does happen sometimes, but for a total novice to injure themselves like this, let's just say calling it rare is an understatement. Yes, because a person, especially one just starting out at the academy, has quite a high reserve of mana, at least in comparison to the amount that they can actually output, thankfully. Otherwise, I'd be a lot more busy. Yours truly is a fascinating body, though. If only I were allowed to do a more thorough examination of you sometime. And as a researcher, I can't help but be a little curious about something like this. Only if you would allow me to, of course. But I suppose either way, there's no point in dwelling on this too much. My apologies. I've been told that my excitement for research can be hard to keep up with at times. Before I forget, here. I'm writing you a prescription for Moon Blossom Dew. While you should be, obviously, trying to get some rest from any spell casting or mana usage in general for at least the next 2 weeks. Moon Blossom is highly effective in soothing and healing mana burns. I'm sorry? Does it taste bitter? Would you rather I request the cherry-flavored Moon Blossom Dew for you? I'm joking, of course. I'm afraid there's no such thing. But you need not worry. As the name suggests, the taste is fairly mild and quite close to water, but with a slight difference of having a cooling feel that radiates through your body when you swallow it. It's quite relaxing on its own, so, as a precaution, take only as much as the directions instruct you to, okay? Good. And with that, I believe we should be just about finished. And I can discharge you shortly. Do you have any questions for me? I meant regarding your health or medication. But that is fine. I suppose I can humor you. Still, I'd like to ask for clarification. Was that a question or an accusation just now? I see. Do I look a bit young to be the chief doctor? Admittedly, while I may not have been at this for as long as my other colleagues, I am indeed qualified. You can rest assured, I am the finest the city has to offer. I know the body inside out. And so, if you have any actual questions related to your visit today, then I would be happy to answer. What about strenuous physical activity? I think I understand your confusion. The answer is no. It is not that sort of injury you're thinking of. You may move around around and go about your day as normal, since this is purely damage to your mana pathways. Simply refrain from using mana as I stated and take your moon blossom. Also, while I'm sure you would like to jump back into getting the spell right, I would ask that you refrain from such actions, using mana needlessly. However, if it is any consolation, you should be able to go attend your lectures and complete your assignments as usual. I've already informed your instructors about the situation, so just in case you had any other practical examinations scheduled this week, they should be delayed for the time being. Well then, with all that sorted, you may leave whenever you're ready. I do not wish to keep you waiting for too long. Oh, and if there's anything else that comes up, or any troubles, feel free to return here. My office is always open for you. There's nothing to thank me for. I am just doing my job. Besides, you have been an excellent patient as well. So, you certainly made things easier for me. Of course, I am being sincere. Yes, I hope you have a good day as well. Hopefully, I don't see you around too much. But who knows? Galicia is quite an interesting place. And you've made some fairly interesting acquaintances as well recently. Don't worry about it. I was just talking to myself.